Hello guys, welcome back to Rotten Motorsport here with another video. Straight away, the winner of this championship gets £100. If you want to join, let me know in the comments or search my YouTube, my Xbox name of Music Officer 73. Anyway, moving on, heading into right-hander here. We lose the car completely. Thought we were going to save it, we don't. But sadly, we don't hit the wall like Joxer did. Sorry, I had to mean you there, but I mean that was way too early on to be crashing. Not gonna lie. Anyway. Going purple fastest on the medium compound tyre, heading into turn 1, hit the apex there on the left as well. And I tell you what, that's not bad for turn 1, turn 2 on the medium compound tyre. Probably the fastest I've done on the medium compound tyre going into this weekend. You want to brake at that black board of the light, well, the marshal uses. We braked a tad earlier, because I don't know why. Anyway, on these compound tyres, we're not going to push it too fast into this right hand. We just want to get a fast valid lap time on the mediums, just in case we don't improve any other lap times on the soft compound tyre, which I'm sure we will later on, but this is just in case we don't. But heading through the right hand at purple sector 1, which means we're improving on our own lap time as we are first at the moment, staying into 5th gear. No one else really being able to do anything about that, but we get a great exit there out of the left-hander. Now this fast left-hander is coming up, difficult to approach. You have to look on the right-hand side for a braking board, then hit the apex on the left-hand side. We missed the apex, so by a little inch there, missed you up from the right-hander, and I had to lift. I'm sorry, but that is just what happens sometimes. We're 7/10 up on our own lap time at the moment. Braking on the other blue, I don't even know what to call them anymore. Just we'll call them black boards for now. Marshal boards, I suppose, something like that. Anyway, heading into the last couple of corners, hitting the apex here on the left-hand side on the throttle as soon as possible, wheel spinning, all messing it up. Get a good exit on the final corner, let the car slide out a little bit. But in the end, that's not bad for our fastest medium lap time as we come through. And we go faster still. Caesar 2 Wizard will be pitting in this lap by looks and he's into the wall. And that's his qualifying finished and done, so he's not going to be setting another soft lap. So he's probably going to start on the medium kind of tiny, might start on the softs, maybe, who knows. Get a bad little run there on the curb. That's not a way to start our fastest lap coming up. We improve our lap time by a second, do a 34.1, but we need to do that by another second pretty much. Out of turn 1, turn 2, car feeling a little loose. You saw the oversteer a little bit there as well. And now it's all about judging the braking point into the right-hander. Braking at the blackboard like we do there. Can't really brake much later than that on your qualifying lap, so we nailed that. Heading into left-hander, just lift off, don't brake, don't do anything else. Then you're straight back onto the throttle. Before heading into the right-hander where we hit the grass, this is not going to be a perfect sector 1. As you can see, that's visible because we don't go purple, but it is an improvement on our own lap time at the moment. Into 5th gear, staying in 5th gear for the whole long straight here because it will not be worth switching up. Before at those lines entering, you brake. As soon as that happens, you clip the apex on the right and the left. Hope the car stays with you now for the whole rest of this lap. It's just risking it all at this point. If you crash, you crash. Going all in or nothing. I just see here missing the apex again, which means we'll miss the apex here, and I lifted, and I actually regret lifting. We probably could have got away with that, but we just lifted for safety precautions. We want to get P2 in quali, of course, but that's not always possible as you clip the grass on the right hand side and the curb on the left. Before going into this fast right-hander, shifting up to 4th gear, losing the car slightly. I regret shifting up just then. That's what cost us a little bit of time. Now, a little bit gentle on the throttle there as well, and way too gentle on the final corner. We should have risked that a little bit more. We didn't. It is what it is. And if you come to the line, it is an improvement on our lap time, but not by a lot. And we're starting P3 for the race. Well done to Howes and Tomcat getting 1st and 2nd. Now on the formation lap, straight away here, you're just going to see us outbrake ourselves. No turning with the car. I was a bit concerned about that because we did nothing wrong. But yeah, we're still going to the gravel trap, and that is that. Now here we go for the Australia. 5 red lights. We are being held on the grid for quite a while, I have to admit, but away they go eventually. Tomcat on the right hand side doesn't get as good a start as we do, so we're going to jump Tomcat here on the line into P2. Young House right in front of us. He might make a mistake to turn 1, he might not. Now behind us, you're going to see a little bit of crashing in the mirrors as yellow flags, and that is Caesar 2 Wizard who's gone around with somebody else who's involved. Anyway, but focusing onto this, we don't care about the yellow flags, we're focusing on the P1. House defending this very hard, forcing us onto the curb there, but he holds on position. Now we're going to stay put, hopefully, for a little bit, to see what he does. Made a couple mistakes on that lap, House pulling away. But yeah, straight away in lap 2 we've gone purple, we're closing him back in. Can we possibly overtake young Howes again after this if we just go broke and push everything? We do this and we lose the rear end and we're into the wall. And you know what? I said we'll go broke or we'll go home. And sadly we're going to have to do damage. And now we've got a long way to go with this damage. As you see, lap 6 we're carrying this damage on with. Caesar, as you can see, into P5 after his little spin at the start. We missed the apex there as Mega Centurion is out. And there was contact between him and Caesar, as you saw in the minimap. Thankfully the safety car is going to let us pit, change our front wing. And it might put us in a better spot. It might not. Yeah. House doesn't pit. Interesting strategy from the Dams driver. But we're pitting. Possibly going to go to the end of the race on these set of tyres. I think they could manage this quite easily, quite simply. And I'm sorry, what? We got a warning. If the FIA would like to tell me what that warning was for, that'd be terrific. I'm actually speechless to why we got a warning. But as you see, it's so slow with the changing, the tyres and the front wing. But not too bad. We might keep our P2, although saying that someone else stayed out. It was in fact Lloyd. So it's House from Lloyd. Neither of them are pitted. And we're going to come out P3, which is not bad at all at the moment. So there is the, yeah, see how this goes then. P3, nice little tyres. Messed up a little bit into turn 1, as you do. It happens. And now it's all about keeping some temperatures in these tyres and not letting them go off. See, they're sliding it out of that corner. Here you go, there's my warnings that I've got from pitting. Don't know why that's happened, but it has. Now young Howes on the safety car restart, it's controlling the field. We'll be pitting soon probably, so, and I don't know what was that all about. But we had to slam on the brakes and there's a spin further back for one of the other drivers. Now me versus Lloyd, heading into turn 1. Not really going to send it into turn 1 because it's a hard overtaking spot, it's turn 1. But what you want to do is set it up for turn 3. Turn 2 coming out of now, you want to get a great exit. Set it up turn 3, which is the next right-hander. We go to the outside line of Lloyd. He's got the inside line though, so I doubt he'll be able to do anything about it. And he's actually managed to defend that quite nicely. We're not going to be able to fight it back. We lifted off there just in case he wanted to take the race in line. It's his position, it's his line. So we're just going to stick him behind for a little bit now then. Tired of Howes just pulling away here. We know we can stick with him if we get behind him, but at the moment we're stuck behind Lloyd and we get a penalty there with a warning. Not great, especially as we already have one of those warnings for into the pits for no reason at all. But we go for a massive dive bomb on Lloyd. I don't know how he managed to do that, but we managed to get the position and into P2 we go. And it looks like Caesar as well has managed to get past Lloyd as well. Now a lap 12, almost halfway through this race. It's a full 100% F2 race. Tired to be taking a beating, and Caesar on the same strat as us, staying in our DRS may be a good strat from him, just to stay with us. We're not exactly losing 17 seconds off young Howes at the moment, who in fact pitted that time round. I forgot to mention that, but Howes pitted. Now next lap round, Caesar 2 is still behind us by a mile a little bit. He's just staying with us. We've got to save our tyres, and he goes for a ginormous dive bomb. That was, that's cost us both time. That's cost us a lot of time, in fact. At least a second, I would have said for that. As you see here from the replay camera, you can just see the gap that Caesar has come from. To pull that dive bomb off, that is ridiculous. I don't know what he was thinking. But he didn't make the corner, and we get the position back. And we're through into P1 once more. But guys, I have some terrible news. My batteries are dying on my controller. As you see, we're doing no assist, and I need the vibration to know how much throttle I'm applying, if the car's going to spin out or not. So we're going to have to let Caesar through here so we can change our batteries uniquely and quickly. And we get a big slide on. That's the point I say, look, we're either going to crash or the battery's going to die. So at this point here, we press pause, we change the batteries. Look at the time we're losing already to Caesar. The AI brakes at turn 1 and gets us through turn 1. At least we don't get any penalties for that. But we're still changing our batteries. The time it takes to do that nowadays is a bit of a joke. And as you see, Caesar getting a 1.5 second lead on us already. Young Howes sitting in the fastest lap behind us. He's a long way away, he's got traffic to pass as well. I don't see Howes winning this race just yet at the moment. Unless it's another safety car, which is always possible. Especially around Australia. talk about safety cars, there was another one, and we pitted for the medium compound tyres. We hit for another medium compound tyre. Caesar leading the pack then. House gets a drive-through penalty, so he's not really going to fight us here. Although I think he should really fight us to get past us, because we are the only one in the top 5 on these medium compound tyres. The rest of them all gambling on those softs, and I think they're going to die out. I don't think they're going to work, because we get a huge lock-up, and we're into the grass. I thought about just shortcutting the chicane there, but we would have got a warning or a penalty. Now you can see Tomcat looking up the inside, so I'm just blocking the inside line there. I know he was trying to get past Howes, but I don't want to risk me losing another position. I've been through those experiences before, if you remember in season 2 of C0 here at this location. So we block him off now quite nicely. On to lap 29, a long way into the future. Clipping the curb there. Nicely onto the throttle. We lose the rear and we're into the wall again. This time Lloyd is 4.3 seconds behind us. He's going to be closing that gap down very, very quickly. And he might just be able to get us, because you can see how much affecting it is already. Engineer telling me as well, you can pit if you want, but not with this many laps to go. So we hang out then. Great job by Caesar to win the race. Looks like we're going to come home in P2 as Lloyd is 2.1 seconds behind us at the moment. Close the gap by 2 seconds, but on those softs which were dying out anyway, I didn't think he was going to catch us, and he hasn't caught us. We get P2 across the line. Yeah, get in there. And here is Gunn as well, coming along, just finishing his job. Did a nice job, did Gunn, but P4. It's points at the end of the day, more than what young Howes did as he retired from the race. Here is all the warnings and the penalties. Let's see here, we got a few, 1 penalty. And I got a few warnings from just pitting in general. Have a great rest of the day, and goodbye.